Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video. Today we're checking out an absolutely deadly combo, and it consists of the newly brought back Thorn and the pinnacle PvP SMG, the Recluse. Now I know I haven't uploaded any footage of the Thorn yet, but I've been grinding these past few days and I'm really liking it on PC. Now the recoil pattern is something I'm very comfortable with, and it's becoming a lot easier and easier to spam it at full RPM and land most if not all of my shots. And for those of you who think this stuff only matters on PC, think again. I've tried both these weapons out on PS4 and they do just fine with each other. Now the pinnacle weapon on PS4 shreds the same way it does on PC, but for the Thorn I will admit it's a bit harder since the recoil is generally harder to control on sticks rather than when you're using a mouse and keyboard. But overall it's still very solid, and I think it's in a very good spot on consoles. The main difference between Thorn in D1 and D2 is that after kills it drops a remnant, and if you pick up this remnant it strengthens Mark of the Devourer and partially refills the magazine. This is way better than the nerf Thorn that we got used to after vanilla Destiny. Now after absorbing a remnant which comes after a kill, this will basically turn into a D1 pre-nerf Thorn, and this buff lasts for 5 seconds. Now some people might think it sucks because that's not really a long time if you think about it, but if I'm being totally honest, I think that's plenty. I see a lot of mistakes when people are using this weapon. Specifically after they get a kill they run right up to the remnant and pick it up. Instead, what you should be doing is attracting the remnant to follow you closer to where your next gunfight will be. This makes those 5 seconds of the Mark of the Devourer way more efficient and grants more potential for kills. Once you get within a close enough radius to the remnant, it will start to track you like an Axion bolt would, and this just follows you for a really long time. You need to strategically guide it over to where you want the buff to start, ideally just on the other side of a wall in front of more enemies that you see on your radar. This way you're in cover and can engage them as soon as the buff starts in the left corner of your screen. This is where the Thorn really shines because those damage over time ticks will absolutely guarantee that you at least get a trade with your opponent if you're in optimal range of this weapon. Now of course most of the time you're going to win simply because you can slide and avoid shots from your opponent while they're burning, but do note that after a certain resilience level, DOT will not be able to finish them off. I believe after 5 resilience, 2-shotting is not viable anymore, but honestly who runs that much resilience in PvP anyways? Now mobility and recovery are far more valuable stats, and the top tier players that I know never run more than a 4 resilience level. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the auto refill of your magazine after picking up a remnant. You all know the drill by now. I am a serial addict when it comes to reloading after a kill, no matter how full or empty my magazine is. On average it'll take you about 3 shots, sometimes 4 shots to kill somebody with the Thorn due to the range drop off with the enhanced version of Devour. This is great because when you pick up a remnant, your magazine will have 4 rounds added back into it. More than enough to top off your magazine completely after engaging in a 1v1. So if you're someone like me, remember to train your brain to never reload with the Thorn. It's also a bit slow, so you put yourself in a disadvantage if somebody sneaks up on you and catches you off guard. Now onto the second weapon of this build, the Recluse. This thing pairs absolutely perfectly with the Thorn because if, for example, a remnant is too far away to reach and another player challenges you in the meantime, you can simply pull out the Recluse and it's basically a GG well played for them, because if you guys have used the Recluse, you know, it just melts. It's absolutely overpowered, and when you do have the buff with, you know, the bonus damage and stuff where it hits 25 to the head and the body, you know that this thing is just insane and it's so good. And it almost acts as a safety net for when you can't continue your rampage with the Thorn, or if somebody gets too close for comfort. Obviously if they pull out a shotgun and decide to ape you, then you can simply switch over to the Recluse, take them out, and then switch back to the Thorn for your medium range gunfights. It's absolutely amazing. I've been using it for these past few days and it just feels like a very well balanced setup because you're able to cover every single range. Recluse is obviously amazing at close range. Thorn can handle its own and kind of, you know, be pretty solid at close range as well, but it really shines in that medium to slightly long range. But that is going to do it for the video though, guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching. This is a setup that I really want to recommend to you guys, and I think you should try it out, especially because both of these weapons are both, you know, still pretty new in Destiny 2, and obviously someone's going to make the bit short about Thorn not being a new weapon, but you guys get the point. They're both new weapons, and I think it's really awesome that they're both really good together. So try it out. Let me know what you guys think. And tomorrow, what I'll have for you guys is a pretty in-depth video on the comparison between Thorn and the Ace of Spades. Both of them are obviously exotic hand cannon, so I think it's a great idea to compare them and see which one is in fact the champion of Crucible. That's it for the video though, guys. Thank you all so much for watching once again. If you enjoyed, leave a like as it supports the channel. Subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.